onions over with the garlic. We're not going to do that. I had asked Rob because I don't know if you guys remember just a little bit ago you saw we were up on the hill and we pointed down to these like layered beds. And so I asked him about putting the onions over here and maybe even some of the lettuces over here. So having raised beds, that'll be kind of cool to have just different layers as we go and grow our fruits and vegetables over here. And we've got this area and it'll continue over some to the side of the house. And so this will be really pretty to kind of look out at, or when we're walking around here on the lower level and over by the water feature to see some of our vegetables growing over here too. So I think this is where we're going to end up putting our onions that we got yesterday, and we'll probably pop in our lettuces maybe in the front of the onions and just kind of make it look pretty. We got a baby onion, so we're going to go ahead and plant baby onions. Did you bring over the stuff to dig in the dirt with? Okay, so we're going to go grab the stuff to dig in the dirt with. And so we're trying to figure out what kind of tree this is.
I wonder if we should use just use your drill thing. You're not supposed to go an inch deep with these.
Okay.
But I thought if we use the drill and go a little deeper, and then that'll soften it up the size of the onion.
This is true. So we're going to go get, it's a really cool tool that he got for me for Christmas. And so I was all excited about it. So we're getting ready to use our new tool. While he's getting it, I'm going to go ahead and start pulling up some weeds that I know are weeds in here. Leaves are a great mulch, and so we've decided to go ahead and leaf the leaves there. Here where I'm actually walking, but we're leaving it sit there for just a little while to kind of help kill out some of the dead grass below, because we're going to put this little area here, we're going to have like a little area to set in and different things like that, so we can look up over the hillside at the garden and everything like that, and enjoy the waterfall and all of that this summer. So what I'm throwing on here actually is going to go ahead and end up in our compost pile with all of these leaves and pine needles and everything like that. So we're just going to throw it over there so it can start decomposing, and then we can put it back in the ground and enrich our soil, and that will help a lot with that. So if you see me throwing things on the ground, it's because we're actually going to For Christmas, my honey got me this drill bit. It actually just goes in his DeWalt drill that he uses for work. And so I'll snitch it and put this on it, and it will...
Did you show him the onions?
Nope, I didn't show him the onions yet. And so it will just go ahead and it will drill the hole that I want, which this is great for like your bulbs. In the fall, it just makes planting them so much easier. I really wish that we would have had this when we put out 100 and some, what were they, iris bulbs alongside of the driveway. It would have saved us a whole lot of time. And I think we did it on the hottest day of this summer, because by the time I was done, I thought I was going to have a heat stroke, man. It was bad. It was really bad. So, anyways, here's our onions.
Yeah, so here's what the onions look like. Just onion plants is what they are. Up north, I don't remember ever planting them like this. We always got what they called onion sets for this type of onion, but so this is what we're doing.
Okay, so we have got the onions in the ground. I'm excited to have those slices of onion. Wally's been in the leaves. We have got a beautiful place here on our side patio. We've got a grill, of course, down here in Alabama. And I don't know about you, but there is just nothing like having, excuse my nails again, having that fresh slice of onion on your hamburger that is like one of the first ones in the spring. It's just wonderful. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. But a couple of different things I like to use these onions for. I love to make fresh pico de gallo. And so in my pico de gallo, I have the tomatoes, different types of tomatoes, which we're going to be planting. I love the Romas. I love the beefsteak tomatoes, the different types of cherry tomatoes. Those are also great to put in fresh pico. Nothing like it. We're also going to be planting tomatillos, and that's another thing that we really like to put in our fresh pico de gallo. And so I'll probably be planting some other herbs that I put in there, so we have fresh herbs for it this time. Another reason that we want the bamboo up. And then I also use these like slicing cucumbers and putting the onion slices in with that, and then putting a vinegar mixture with salt and pepper, and just letting them pickle for a little bit with that onion flavor interfused with the cucumber and the vinegar. Man, them cucumbers are wonderful. But it's also great whenever I get ready to make like a stir fry. Having those type of onions is a wonderful addition to your stir fry. So there's just so many different things that we use onions for, and we definitely wanted to get some in the ground now, so that we can stop buying them at the grocery store. Because it's like, I know my ground. I know this is where it came from, and I know that I'm not going to be spraying it with the different chemicals. So that's kind of really, and it's a satisfying experience to know that you're eating healthy vegetables that come from your own land. And I look forward to the day where if I want a vegetable, all I have to do is walk outside and I can grab it. And or if it's in the middle of winter, then I know where I can grab it from off of my shelf because I'm the one that put it there. And Rob and I are the ones that grew it, so we know it's grown with love, it's grown healthy. And so I'm just really blessed and thankful to be back able to do that for our family. And what's really neat is we're passing this tradition on down to our son. We were talking to him on the phone the other night. He's up in Michigan, and now he's dreaming about planting a garden. And he's got it already lined up with someone to come and till the ground for a really nice sized garden once that the weather breaks up there. So he's carrying on the tradition of growing his own food, and him and his honey, they're talking about, being able to feed the girls the healthy stuff that they grew, that they know where it came from, and that's really important to them. And that blessed me, because it's another tradition that we're able to pass on to our kids, and they know the value of knowing their food, and they know the value of hard work and reward, and taking care of something and seeing it produce. And so it's just really cool to be able to see that happening in our son's life as well. So we as parents, sometimes we think, we're doing all of this and we're trying to take the best care of our family that we can think of, and sometimes we're like, is it going to stick when they get older? And then you see your kids, and whether it's gardening or living with the morals that you instilled in them or whatever, and when you see that happening in your adult children, it's a blessing. You know, it is a blessing to be able to see that happening in your kids' lives. So we have got some lettuce that we need to plant in here yet, and we've also got our little pot of cilantro that we want to get in the ground, as well as a couple mums that we made it through the winter with. So we need to plant those with the mums, and I think I have one iris that I need to plant in the ground as well. And this is all before we go back to church tonight. And I see that my husband has now got his camera out, and he's taken pictures of our daffodils that are so beautiful right now. He's a professional photographer, and when I moved down here this past July, he kind of set everything aside just to focus on getting the building up in Michigan ready to sell. And while I stayed down here in Alabama, and so he put his photography on the shelf for a while, but I love seeing him out there working. It's just really awesome. It's really awesome. So he's all getting the settings on his camera going. But so anyways, you're going to be seeing a lot of pictures that he's doing around our yard and the different things that we've got going on, and around here, as well as our vlog that we're starting now. So hopefully this inspires you. Even if you just go out and you put a tomato plant on your patio, or you know, whatever, it's going to be really awesome. Just to know that you grew it. You grew it. I think it's really awesome when we're doing this. It's like we partner with Jesus and helping him grow his garden, which is just so. Anyways, all right, I'm going to go ahead and go find my my cilantro and my romaine and get that in the ground real quick. And so I will be back in just a little bit. You ready, Lolly? Let's go get this. All right, so when we were at our fun little shop yesterday, we picked up some romaine, and I am getting ready to put it in the ground here along with where we put our onions. Our onions are up here, and now we're going to put the little bit of romaine that we've got here. Here in the next little bit, we're going to be throwing some romaine seeds in the ground, and so that will be coming up after this. But we wanted to get a jump start on the romaine so that we can start having it in salads. And so one of my favorite salads is the salad from that one Italian restaurant. Y'all will probably know who I'm talking about. Nothing like an Olive Garden salad. So I like to use romaine lettuce in my Olive Garden salads when I make them, kind of like a knockoff of Olive Garden. And so anyways, I love it. I love fresh greens. They're wonderful for different types of salads. My Nanny and Papaw, they used to make one, and we still call it a Nanny Papaw salad to this day. But it's where you take the fresh spring greens and you go and you put it with some boiled eggs and some bacon and green onions, and there's nothing like it, I'm telling you what. So anyways, I want to go ahead and get these 6 plants in the ground real quick, and then get the cilantro in the ground, and then we'll be good to go as far as what we picked up yesterday, except for our trees, and we're going to be talking about them here in just a little bit. And we are getting ready to head over and put our cilantro in over by our garlic. I want to keep kind of all my herbs over in one area. We're getting ready to go ahead and put our one little plant of cilantro in here with our garlic. Our garlic is going pretty good. I got some broccoli. I don't know what it's going to do. It's hard telling. But while we're over here, we'll probably end up trimming up the butterfly bush because I just want it gorgeous this year. So, but like I told you earlier, it does have these beautiful lavender blooms on it. And so I would really like to see a bunch of those this year. And Lolly's going to help me get this cilantro in the ground. Aren't you, pup? So I've got this cilantro in the ground. The cilantro does like the cooler weather, so I'm glad we got this in the ground now, because right now we are having the cooler weather. During the day, we're in zone 5A.
We're in 7A.
I'm sorry, we're in 7A. We moved south. So we're in 7A. So the cooler temperatures. So the cooler temperatures during the day and evening, the cilantro is going to be just fine for it. We're having probably mid 50s to low 60s right now. And then for the evenings, for the nights, it's just right above freezing. And so it likes the cool temperature, so it's going to be just fine sitting out here with the garlic and hanging out to chill for a little while. So Rob did already get some cilantro started from seed. You want to show him your cilantro from seed?
It's right there.
Thanks.
It's not doing very good. That's why we bought some.
Yes.
We have no lights inside.
No, we don't have any grow lights inside yet. We're going to be getting some. So they are kind of like spindly. We do have a nice little cilantro leaf growing on one of them. And so, but you can see the seed toppings. That's the coriander. If you eat coriander, that's actually cilantro seed. So what you can do is go ahead and plant it, soak it in water a little bit, and then go ahead and plant it. See if it'll take off and grow. We like doing experiments like that around here.
I think there's some more seeds in that packet, isn't there?
There are more seeds in that
so
packet.
Let me take that. I'm going to go ahead and plant some seeds out here.
Okay.
So that, you know what, I'm going to leave that so that I don't forget that.
Good idea. All right.
Yeah,
So we're going to go ahead and actually plant some cilantro seeds out here and get it going and see how it does. Just go ahead and put it in the ground. All right. Now, a couple different things here that we've got. These are really neat, and we're getting ready to plant these up in the area we just took a walk in up there yesterday, where all the trees are and everything like that. But what this is longleaf pines. They actually are the Alabama state tree, and I didn't know that. Some people call them yellow pines, but actually in Alabama they started to become extinct and really endangered and such. And so, but they gave us these when we went to our fun place yesterday, and they went and just wanted to let us know a little bit more about them, and I thought that was really cool. But these babies will actually live about 500 years, and they grow to about 3 foot in diameter and about 100 foot tall. They might lose some of their lower branches as they grow and such, but they stay around for a long time and provide the oxygen, and all of that we all need to breathe. And so another neat thing that they told us about it is that their sap actually is kind of like a flame retardant. So I thought that was a rather neat thing too. But they gave us 2 of them, and they're going to stay kind of this way for a little bit, and then they'll actually start shooting up as a tree. And this is kind of what their long needles look like. So I thought that was really cool. But we do actually have a couple of them on our property, and you might be able to see some in the background as we're walking around and such.
We'll compare them. We'll take those before you plant them and compare them with the ones that we got.
Okay.
So we can see the difference, because they are different. They do look different.
Sounds good. So what are you working on now?
Cilantro seeds.
Cilantro seeds. So he just took some garden soil that we had in a bag.
It's actually
potting soil?
Potting soil, yeah.
It's potting soil, okay. And he just threw it down in between a couple of our rows of garlic.
Put cardboard down first.
And okay. He put cardboard down first. You probably saw that. I didn't. I was too busy talking. I do that frequently. And so now he's going ahead and putting his cilantro seeds in there. So what's going to happen is the cardboard's going to break down, but it's going to be a barrier for weeds not to grow up. which will be really nice. And so he's going to go ahead and get that in the ground, and hopefully this will produce quite a bit of cilantro for us, which we love cilantro. I think we actually put it in our omelets in the morning when he makes breakfast. If breakfast is made at our house, he's the one that makes it, all right? It's not me, it's him. He does it. Yes? Yeah. He's really good at it too. And his breakfast burritos, oh, heavenly. Those are amazing.
I haven't made those
in a long time.
I think the last time I made those was for
Brooklyn's wedding.
Brooklyn's wedding.
Brooklyn's wedding. That was the last time he made those. So it's about time he makes some more.